Welcome back to Open Book Podcast. Today's podcast is explaining to you guys what I'm going to be doing on this podcast because I realize I'm 3 episodes in and I did not explain to you guys what I want to talk about or what I want to talk about. If you read the title of this not of this video, you would see that I'm talking about mental health like stuff on this podcast. So it'll be mental health story times. It'll be but like how I'm doing mood wise, cause how I feel about people, like a lot of fun stuff. So um this is gonna be like a get get to know me kind of podcast. And um so if you guys don't know me, I actually run a whole nother podcast called the World of Smiling Podcast. You can search it up. It's on Spotify. So it's on Spotify. It's on other platforms as well. I'm working on getting this podcast on other platforms, but this is not the point. So for this podcast, I want to dive into like mental health strategies, um, and strategies that they could use to cope with emotions, and just be raw and open with you guys, because it could be breakups, it could be relationship advice, whatever you guys really want. And then I also want to do some guests on here as well. Um, so I want to do some guests on here as well. So I think I'm gonna reach out to my friend Marissa Gaines because she has some she has some stories that I think need to be heard. I'm not gonna explain what they are, and but I'm gonna reach out to her and see if one day she wants to be a part of my open book podcast and be a guest on the podcast, because I'm gonna reach out to some people because I want to start guesting people and not just be me and get other people's advice, or I can DM famous celebrities and see if they want to talk about their life stories, like IVF. I know Jared and Britt, they're a YouTube couple that is just now going through IVF because they have azoospermia. It's a diagnosis, but I'm not gonna really explain to them I'm about azoospermia. So like I wanna reach out to them and see if they want to jump on the podcast. At least I tried. Um so um but they're going through life struggles too. And right, and we're going to go through these ups and downs together. That's what this podcast will be about. And then I want to do some more mental health tips, um, like an updated version of mental health tips at the beginning of each, um, not at the beginning of each episode, but I want, like, you to know there's people out there that do care about like your mental health. If you go to um betterhelp.com. They can help you. If you go to betterhelp.com, they can hook you up. I don't have a code. This is not sponsored. But if you go to betterhelp.com, they can hook you up with some emotion, like someone to talk to, therapy, counseling, whatever you need. So if you go to betterhelp.com, yet again, that's betterhelp.com. So I'm gonna push you guys off to there if you guys need help. I was gonna do that in my strategies video too, but I just want you guys to know that there are other people that you can do or use. So and don't be afraid to talk to people, because talking to people is very nice, guys. So don't be afraid, you guys. So um so then this podcast, I want to get into like story times about mental health, like story struggles about it, and struggles and ways to do it, like if you've been cheated on or if you've been broken up with, like I said before. um it's okay. That's, well, not if you've been cheated on, but like if um and this is an open book podcast, so I want you guys to know, if you find peace and love in these episodes, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, the Open Book YouTube channel. Make sure you guys subscribe there and follow this on Spotify. I also want to do some story times on here about mental health, so I have to find some mental health stories and like talk to you guys about my mental health struggles. I have mental health. We have depression. Some people have depression. Some people have other things. But it's okay to feel sad sometimes. It's okay to feel happy. It's okay that, and I think I want to jump into grieving when you're gr- grieving a loved one. Um, it's okay to cry. So those are the stories that I'm gonna share on this podcast. Um, keep in mind, this is just a story part of what I'm wanting to share on this podcast. So, if you guys haven't already, make sure you follow this. Uh, Make sure you follow this podcast on YouTube and turn on your notifications so you never miss an upload. Um, and I will, um, And then we're I might have some gay people on the podcast to talk about their mental health and their mental struggles. So and it's okay. It's okay to talk, and they'll listen. You're gonna have days where you feel depressed, and you're not gonna want to do everything. You're gonna have days where you feel like you're depressed, and you're not gonna want anything to do. The weather can be part of it. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to be um oh it's okay to cry. Um it's okay to go through a breakup. So it's okay to do a lot of things. And then if they're toxic, that's God's way of telling you guys that they're not meant for you, or they're not meant for you, or you you can find someone else better than you. But if you are in a toxic relationship, I can go into toxic, but I'm not in a relationship at all. But I'm just suggesting I can go into toxic relationships and story times and do all do all that if you guys want me to, and then we will be able to um and this is episode 4, by the way. Episode 4 of Open Book, so if you guys are really curious. Sorry, tired, yawning, but if you're really curious, I will be sure telling you more about mental health and like depression. Um and her name another 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 way I think I'm gonna talk to this girl named Ellen. Um she is a life coach. I don't know all her degrees, but um she is a life coach. So yeah. So um she is a life coach, and so like a laughing life coach, a mental health life coach. She'll be there to listen. And if this gives you some um but I know a person that is a life coach and a mental health life coach. So I might talk to her and see if she wants to be on my podcast, and then she can go in whole detail about her, what it took to become a life coach, um, and if it was easy or if it was hard. Um, so so that'll be that. If you guys like this open book episode, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow it on Spotify, and I will see you in the next open book episode. Open book out.